Hi, friends. I'm Bryn,
And I'm Issa.
and this is Friends Who Crime.
Did it to do, did it to do, friends who crime.
Before we dive into today's story, a quick reminder follow us on Instagram at Friends Who Crime, and please give us a 5-star rating wherever you listen. It really helps the show with the algorithms and all of that. Also, keep your eye out. I'm going to be starting a buy me a coffee thing where you can subscribe, or you can just do like a one-time tiny donation, and that money's going to go towards equipment for the podcast and maybe some advertising. We'll see, but keep an eye out for that. I'll post it on our Instagram. Okay, Belle, who goes by Issa. I know her as Belle. I'm going to try my best to remember to call you Issa. Tell me about you. Tell listeners about you.
Oh, okay. I live in New York now. I am a singer. I studied opera in college, and I now work in fundraising for the arts. And I also love skateboarding. I think that is a good kind of summation of who I am.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And how do we know each other?
So we know each other from University of Texas. Ooh, hook on.
Welcome.
From yeah, music school. So
Yup, we studied the opera together.
the opera.
We've known each other for like over a decade now, Belle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't that wild?
it really is.
It's really scary. I remember like my high school reunion was supposed to be during the pandemic, and now I'm like, wait, what year are we in?
Right? It's like before pandemic and after pandemic is like where I divide my life up. I feel like that's going to be most of us.
Yeah, I'm still there too.
What
Yeah.
is your relationship with true crime like?
Oh, I love this question. There was a period, I don't remember, this was, oh, actually, before pandemic, where I listened to My Favorite Murder for like a bit, and I
Yeah.
was super into that podcast. Yeah, so good. I fell off though, and I haven't really picked it up since, but find it very interesting, would make me nervous at times,
Yeah.
get a little scared of people.
Of everyone that you see on the street ever. Yeah. I will
Yes,
say
yeah.
doing this podcast has made me so hyper aware of like being in public and like having my head on a swivel at all times, just
Oh my
noticing
God.
everything. Not even like, yes, for self-protection for sure, but also just being observant, and like if something were to happen to someone else, like what color was that car? What does their license plate start with? Like that
Wow.
kind of thing. It's it's been weird.
Damn, that's actually kind of amazing. Like imagine, because like in the city, there's just shit happening all the time.
Right.
And I'm always wondering that. I'm like, do I even remember what that person looked like? Like, no. So,
Right.
wow, good skill.
It's something.
Survival skills.
So for my interruption today, I've talked about on the podcast before the Rainy Street killer, the supposed serial killer in Austin. The police department for like years has been saying, no, this is not a serial killer. None of these deaths are connected. Like all these bodies are being found in Lady Bird Lake, but none of them are connected at all. They
Hmm.
finally did like a official study into these deaths to try and connect some of them, and the public result has been nope, is no serial killer. The murders, or not murders, but the deaths that have happened are what's the word? They fit the size of the city. Like for a city the size of Austin, this amount of death makes sense. That
Oh,
most of these people are like drunk and they fall in the lake, and That's it. That's what they have put out officially from not only the police,
How
but like
many how many people have they found in the last like few years? Like what are the numbers like?
it's it's over 125. I want to say it's like 178, and a lot of them are like men, like young men. So they all kind of have the
Hmm.
same like victim profiles. So everybody's been like saying
Thinking,
it's a
yeah.
serial killer, yeah, but apparently not, which is it's good. It's a good thing, but disappointing from like a drama perspective.
Right, right. Wow. I don't want to question the police. You know, I would never. But
Yeah.
hmm. When was the last time they found someone?
It hasn't been long.
Yeah, like wasn't there something over the summer that I thought I read
Yeah.
something?
I
Wow,
mean, at least I want to say it's only been like a month. I think they found another body in like the past month. But all that being
spooky.
said, you know, it's fine. It's good. We're safe apparently. It's not there's no murderer on the loose that we know of.
That's
Um,
good.
my other update for my listeners is I haven't updated y'all on my plants in a while. I kept like 6 or 7 plants alive for months, like since February, since I started this podcast. And then I went out of town for like a week, and all my plants are dead except for one.
Oh,
My basil plant died, my roses died, all my flowers died,
oh,
my tomato plant. But I have like one of the elephant ears, one of those plants
yeah.
that one's still alive. It's still kicking. So when I move to my new place, I'll get more plants. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. Very sad.
Rip.
Rip.
Dang.
Ooh. All right, Belle, Isa. Oh my gosh, Isa,
You can call me Belle. It's fine, everyone. Everyone who's listening, you can't, but Bryn can call me Belle.
just me.
Just you.
Have you heard of the case of Cari Farver?
No.
Good. That
Who's
is what
that?
that is what we're talking about today. You're going to learn all about it. We're going to start in late 2012, and we're going to meet this guy. His name is Dave Kropa. He's 34 years old, and he moves into a new place. He has like no furniture, nothing on the walls, but he decides it's time to try online dating. He goes online, and one of the women he meets is named Liz Golyar. She's 42 years old and she has her own housekeeping business. He's also seeing several other women, which they had agreed upon. They said, this is just going to be casual. We're not exclusive. We can both see whoever we want. So this was working for both of them.
Hmm.
Not long after that, Dave worked at like an auto mechanic shop. So this woman comes in and they have this spark instantly, and her name is Cari Farver. Then a few days later, he's on the same dating website and Cari pops up. So they connect, they start seeing each other, and again, very casual, didn't say they were exclusive, but it was kind of different for Dave. Like there was just something different about Carrie.
Hmm.
Carrie was a single mom from Macedonia, Iowa, and she was known for lighting up the room when she walked in. She had like this beautiful smile. She really was like a beautiful person. She had her teenage son, Max, who she had raised by herself. She was 22 when she got pregnant, and the relationship with the father didn't work out, so she's raising Max by herself. She did a great job by all accounts. She worked in computer programming, and she also was diagnosed in her 20s with bipolar disorder, which I'll be vulnerable and put this out into the world. I also have bipolar disorder. And
Let's go.
it's fucking rough sometimes. So the fact that she had
Hmm.
bipolar disorder, but she's working in computer programming in a male-dominated field, she's raising a son on her own, like that is a strong ass woman.
Yeah, baller. Wow. Wait, question. Where is this taking place?
Mm, that is a good question. I did not write that down. Hold on. Nebraska. So this
Okay.
is happening in Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah.
Oh. Oh my God, I can't wait to talk about this with my coworker who's from Nebraska tomorrow.
Yes. I bet they already know about it. I bet they do.
Wow. Okay. Sick.
Okay, so we have Liz and we have Carrie. These are the two important people that Dave is dating, like his two top contenders, I guess. He sees them the most. And at this point, both of them think that they are the only one dating Dave.
Great.
So
Great situation. Okay.
even though it's a non-exclusive arrangement in both cases, they are not aware of each other.
Okay.
Which is, as someone who's in the dating scene, I'm like, typical.
Yeah, I was like, this sounds very familiar in many life experiences I've
Mhm.
had.
Yep. So we're going to fast forward to the night of November 13th, 2012. Liz shows up at Dave's apartment to pick something up. He was not expecting her. And she did not know this, of course, but Carrie had spent the night at Dave's place. So she and Carrie cross paths very briefly as Liz is coming in and Carrie is leaving.
Ugh.
And like they literally bump into each other, but it was just such a brief encounter. Carrie didn't think anything of it, but she figured like, oh, there's another woman coming to his apartment, like whatever. We'll talk about it later, kind of thing.
Mm.
But then a couple days passed and nobody heard from Carrie. And her family starts to get kind of worried. So within a couple of weeks, her mom reports her missing. Meanwhile, Dave's life becomes a nightmare. Almost immediately after Carrie disappeared, he started getting thousands of text messages from her with like really nasty words, like saying that like he's a piece of shit and bad things are going to happen to him and Liz is fat and ugly and why is he seeing her, all of this stuff. And then that turns into like her almost stalking him, basically stalking him. Like she's texting him being like, I see you, you're sitting in your recliner in a blue shirt watching a movie. And he's like, what the fuck? I haven't, like,
Wait. So she goes missing, and while she's missing, she's texting him and like stalking him.
correct.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Very unsettling. Great. Okay.
Yep. Carrie
Uh,
Carrie is also texting her mother because her mom's worried about her. So her mom's calling, texting, trying to get in contact with her. The calls are going through. She's getting a voicemail. Like Carrie's just not
okay.
picking up or responding. So Carrie does start texting her mom saying like just leave me alone. Like I'm running away. You don't need to know where I am. I'm just going to disappear. Um and then her mom kind of keeps trying to be like, what are you doing? Like, come home, we miss you. And Carrie starts saying,
Mm,
like, you're an awful mom and I hate you and you should just forget about me. Like, take my child and raise him as your own. It's weird. It's a weird
yeah,
situation.
that's strange.
Over the next 3 years, just Dave, this isn't even adding in Carrie's mom, but just Dave received more than 18,000 emails and 50,000 texts from Carrie harassing him, blaming him for her disappearance. She said, you're the reason I disappeared.
What?
I know, strangers would call his number and hang up. Friends' cars were vandalized. And then Liz's house was not only vandalized, but also burned down, and all of her pets died
Oh,
inside.
oh my God, I hate these stories. That's so sad.
Hmm.
Uh,
So, you can imagine if you're Dave, you're terrified and
like, what
confused.
is, yeah, has he like filed a police report?
Yep. Yes, he
Okay,
has.
good. Thank you.
So the police are aware of the missing persons report and the harassment. So they're
Hmm.
looking for her for both of those reasons.
Whoa.
Detectives Ryan Avis and Jim Doty took over the case. They decided to split the approach. One would investigate as if Carrie was somewhere out there, and the other would investigate as if she was dead.
Okay.
Okay? Stay with me.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Strategy.
Digging into the old files, they found something kind of chilling. And this is why they're investigating her as if she's dead halfway. All of Carrie's
Okay.
bank accounts and credit cards had been completely inactive since she disappeared.
Mm,
Mm,
what?
yep. Yep.
In 2012?
Yep.
Okay.
She had a
Okay.
good income and a house. Detective Avis, this is a quote from him. He said, "It's not normal for adults to just up and leave and literally spend no money. I had come to the conclusion that I could not prove she was actually alive." And that made them think someone was covering up a crime.
Yeah. Because also, like, she just like up and leaves her kid. Like,
Right.
yeah, someone did something bad.
Right. Like none of it's adding up. Plus,
Mm-mm.
like these texts are completely out of character for Carrie. Like
Hmm.
she's known for being like a sweet person and being a loving mother. It's weird.
Yeah.
So these
She's
detectives,
not well.
she is not well. So,
She is not well.
and again, they're one of them is investigating as if she's alive, and the other is investigating as if she's not.
Hmm.
They brought in Anthony Cava, who's a digital forensics specialist, to sift through all of these texts and emails. What he found was thousands of those emails and texts claiming to be from Carrie weren't actually from her at all. Kava noted the imposter who was pretending to be Carrie sent 15,000 emails, 25 to 50,000 texts, and they believed, are you ready for this?
Oh my God. Is it the other woman?
It was Liz.
Yeah. Freaking Liz. Oh my God. I
Freaking
mean, yeah.
Liz.
How did they figure that out? Is that like a metadata thing or something? Like how, I don't know. The,
Yeah.
yeah.
Metadata, location, and IP address.
Okay.
There's also a lot of other clues. For example, Liz's phone had a photo of Carrie's Ford Explorer on it, which she took a month before the police even found that abandoned vehicle of Carrie's.
Sus. Ew. I'm so
So somehow she knew where Carrie's vehicle was before police even did, and she took a picture of it, which is stupid. Like, glad she did it, but that's stupid.
so stupid.
Even,
Wait, so she ran into her when Carrie was leaving.
mhm,
That right?
mhm,
Do you think she like okay, yeah. How quickly did she go missing after that? Did Carrie go missing?
like hours.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Even weirder, Liz had been secretly calling Carrie's empty house 6 times a day using star 67 to block her number, which, like, throwback
Wow.
to star 67.
Yeah, I loved prank calling with that.
Like, if you're listening and you don't know what star 67 is, you're too young.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Even though, okay, so she's calling 6 times a day with a blocked number, even though she claimed she barely knew Carrie. So, like, why is she calling?
Yeah.
Another clue was from Carrie's mom, Nancy. After the disappearance, Nancy got a weird text saying Carrie had sold all of her furniture, and Nancy even received a photo of a check for the furniture. And it was signed by Shanna Golyar. Shanna is Liz's real name.
Ooh, this girl is kind of dumb.
She's bonkers.
Yeah, like let's just like put a magnifying glass on who did this.
hmm It's
Yeah.
just so layered. It's so layered.
Hmm.
And we'll talk more about this, but I wonder, like, was she kind of doing this as, like, as it came along, like crossing the bridges as they came, or did she have this all planned out to a T?
It's a great question. I feel like it wasn't planned,
That's the vibe that I
right?
get. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
She's
Just
just
because it's so sloppy, like
right.
I don't know. Yeah.
But the detectives needed to catch Liz in the act. On
Mhm.
December 4th, 2015, so this is 3 years after Carrie's disappeared,
Wow.
Liz walked into the sheriff's office to complain about Carrie's harassment. Blink, blink. LOL.
Yeah, your face is great. Just like,
WTF.
okay. Okay, Liz, once again.
Yes, exactly. Like, come on, Liz.
What the fuck are you trying to do here? Okay.
But that gave Detective Avis the opening to go to Liz's house to quote
Oh,
unquote investigate the harassment, right? Liz, panicking and thinking someone was framing her, quote unquote, volunteered her cell phone to the police. Okay?
oh,
The very next day, December 5th, Liz shows up with a gunshot wound in her leg. Okay?
Bryn.
She claimed she had been walking through, I think it's called Big Lake Park, and she sat on a bench, and that a woman came up behind her and pointed a gun at her head and said, "Get down on the ground." And she was like, "No, I'm not going to get down on the ground." So the woman shot her in the leg and ran away. Yep.
Okay.
And they were
All
like,
right.
"Did you get a look at her face? What does she look like?" And she's like, "No, she was behind me. I didn't turn around. She had a gun. Like, I just didn't move." So
Okay.
she's got a gunshot wound in her leg. She first told officers it was a random attack. And then she said later, she was like, no, that was Cari, for sure. Like, I recognized her voice. That must have been Cari. She targeted me. The detectives,
That's also like even that's like sus in itself because it's like, how do you know her voice so well?
exactly.
I
You
don't
don't even
even,
know her.
yeah, you don't know her. What the heck?
The detectives immediately saw the pattern. Liz had shot herself to create an alibi,
Ugh,
just like she'd been trying to do with all of the stuff with Cari.
right. Okay.
As Detective Avis said, again, this is a quote, it was pretty quickly determined that most likely Liz Golyar had shot herself. And from then on, they knew for sure that Liz was just a lying piece of shit. Yes,
Clap.
claps. The deputies got a search warrant and they were able to raid Liz's house in late 2015. So after the first time. On the
Mm.
camcorder that they found, there was a video of Cari filmed on November 11th, 2012, 2 days before she vanished, where she talks about someone vandalizing her car. So, somewhere along the way, Cari had filmed a video saying, my car got vandalized. What the heck? And now this video was in the custody. I don't know. It was in Liz's
Liz's house.
house. And then came the revolting finale. They searched through deleted files on Liz's devices and they found a photo of a human foot with a Chinese character tattoo that the character meant mother tattooed on the foot.
Mm.
And Cari had that tattoo. When
Yikes.
when Kava saw that image, he realized without a doubt Liz had killed Cari and was photographing her.
Oh, geez.
Disgusting.
Gross.
They
Yeah.
also managed to find a fingerprint in Carrie's car on a mint container that matched Liz's fingerprints. And then they found dried blood under Carrie's car seat as well. And they believe Carrie was killed in her car.
Hmm. Yeah.
And that's about as much information
How,
as we have.
I'm
Like,
like shocked. How did they not figure this out way faster?
yep.
Right?
Because you're still hearing from Carrie, so it took them a while to even realize, like, maybe
It
she's
could
not
be fake.
alive. Yeah. In a lot
Hmm.
of missing persons cases, especially with adults, they're like, we can't really do anything. Like, if they ran off, like Carrie in these texts is claiming that she did, we can't
Hmm.
forcibly bring her back.
It's a
So,
good point. I feel for her mom.
mhm.
Imagine the mom like getting those texts. I wonder if she thought that there was something up earlier and like couldn't, I don't know. Because it's like the check that she was sent. It's weird.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Was was this woman charged for murder?
Yes. So, with all of
Oh,
this
okay.
evidence, the case was airtight. The sheriff's office arrested Liz for murder on December 22nd, 2016. The trial
Hmm.
came in 2017, where Liz sat completely stone faced while prosecutors laid out every detail: the fake messages, the photo of the foot, Liz's phone calls, everything. The
Mm.
defense lawyer tried to poke holes that there was no body ever found, there was no weapon ever found, kind of no body, no crime was their argument. But
Okay.
the judge was not convinced by their so-called smoke and mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
He convicted Liz of first-degree murder and second-degree arson because remember, her house was burnt down,
Oh,
which means she literally set her own house on fire and killed her own pets and blamed it on Cari.
wow. I forgot about that part. Um, oh, God, like it's like, could the body have been, could she have put the body in the house and burned it? But then they would have found the bones. So
Yeah,
I don't know. So sad. Like, ugh,
we just don't know. We don't
tragic.
know. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus 20 years for the arson.
Hmm.
So she's in prison for the rest of her
Yeah, like
life.
she won't get out, right?
No, there's no chance. In court, Judge Timothy Burns pointed out bluntly Cari Farver did not voluntarily disappear and drop off the face of the earth. She was murdered. Liz had the audacity to appeal to the Nebraska Supreme Court, but they upheld the conviction because there was way too much evidence against her.
Like, bitch, what are you doing? Yeah. Ugh.
I guess from her perspective, you gotta try. Like, if the appeal is there, maybe you try, but like, I feel like it was
Mm.
kind of a hopeless cause. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
And Cari Farver's body has never been found, ever. The detectives and the FBI combed probable dump sites all over the place, but nothing ever turned up. So we will never know for sure what happened to her remains, most likely. The Omaha PD later summed it up as an extreme level of deception that law enforcement rarely encounters. And that pretty much explains everything you need to know about this case, just deception the whole way
That's
through.
wild. Yeah.
In the end, Carrie's family did get justice on paper. Nancy, Carrie's mom, said she wants people to remember Carrie as the fun loving, talented, smart woman that she was, not just being a victim of an insane woman. Dave,
Hmm.
you remember Dave from the beginning of our story, Dave
I
Kropa.
know. I thought he was going to be the bad guy.
No, he just got
Sorry to
dragged
the
into.
men.
I know, I know. Well, and I set it up that way. I buried the lead a little bit.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
So he got dragged
Wow.
into this whole nightmare, and he has said in interviews he's just glad Liz can't hurt anyone else. He told
Mm.
ABC News, I want Liz to go away and never do this to anybody again. Nancy and Carrie's son were foremost in my mind. They're unfortunately the ones that have to live with the repercussions. So her mom and her son.
Yeah.
There is a documentary that Netflix released on this story. It's called Lover, Stalker, Killer. And it's really accurate. It's a really good documentary. It goes into a lot of detail that I just like cannot fit into a podcast episode.
It's like,
Um,
oh, you can't talk about the 40,000 messages.
yeah. So you
Yeah.
can watch that and you can see like what the texts actually contained and like go into more details about how Liz crafted this whole thing. It's really nauseating but very fascinating.
Wow.
So, if you watch that, you'll see exactly how far Liz went. The only good news is that Liz is behind bars for life, even though she still proclaims that she is innocent. Everyone knows that she was the real killer.
Hmm.
So, there it is. the tale of Cari Farver.
Aw, rest in peace, Carrie. That's really sad.
I know.
I can't believe that.
And like, she didn't do anything. She did nothing wrong.
This is so crazy. Yeah, like just the twists and turns. She shot herself in the leg. Like, what is this woman trying to do? Damn.
I think she thought she was smarter than everyone else and she was never going to get caught. And if she presented people with a story, they were just going to take it at face value.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah,
think they
like what
did
did you
for a
think
while.
in the Netflix show? Is it like, do you think that they portray her as someone that like had this planned, or was it also like, does it seem like super clumsy and like kind of just her problem solving the way through?
Yeah, they present it as like uh, kind of a crime of passion, but premeditated. Like she ran into Carrie in the hallway and she was like, "Holy shit, my man is seeing another woman."
Hmm.
Probably followed her, killed her in her car, and then was like, "Okay, how do I cover this up? Oh, there's her phone. Let me just pretend to be her until the end of time, I guess." And then
Yeah, and
everything
they
was
never found the phone.
they found the phone. They did find the phone.
They found.
Yeah,
Okay,
she still had the phone in her house.
so obvious.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not looking good for you, Liz.
right. And that's what I'm saying. Like
Wow,
she didn't hide things very well, and I think it's just she didn't think she was gonna get caught. I don't think that crossed her mind. So,
that's so wild.
yeah.
Oh man. I'm looking forward to bringing this up to my coworker tomorrow who's from Nebraska and no checking to see if he knows about this story. Um, but I just feel so bad for the mom and her son and like her mother too. Like I just can't even imagine. But I'm glad that there was some justice served.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and now Max is doesn't have any parents, essentially. Like
Oh yeah, because he was.
Liz took his mother away from him. And,
Hmm.
luckily his grandma is a loving, caring grandma who's taken care of him. And he's an adult now, obviously,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um,
How old was, do you know how old he was in 2012? Like when this was happening? Was he like you said teenager, right?
he was a teenager. He was in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, poor kid.
And
God, that's dark.
they do interview him and Dave and her mom and Nancy. All of them are in that documentary.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna check
Yeah,
it out.
do it. It's
Wow.
really good.
Well,
Well, Isa, thank you for being on Friends Who Crime. Welcome to the family. And
thank you.
I
It's
can't
so
thank you
fun.
enough. I'm glad you had fun. I did too.
Yeah. It's fun to, like I was saying, I used to listen to more true crime and it's just wild what people have tried to get away with, or especially those like re old stories where like just d crime scenes and detectives back then just were so not good.
Yeah,
Even this story, I'm like, wow, things are so good now. Like the fact that she could be in a park and like shoot, or well, I guess she probably didn't shoot herself in the park. But I was like, don't we have like just like surveillance everywhere now? Like, I'm sure they could pull something.
yeah,
I don't know. Wow, I'm gonna be thinking about this for a bit.
good. Go down the rabbit
Yeah.
hole. I highly encourage it.
Mhm. Go.
Well, thank you again, Belle. And for our listeners, thanks for tuning in. I'll be back next week with another episode. But until then, remember, friends don't let friends commit crimes, especially one that's as insane as this one.
That's right.
Bye.